Founder and CEO of NDK Financial Services, the board and management of NDK Financial Services, heads of financial institutions, members of the financial institutions fraternity, management and staff, cherished and loyal customers of NDK, invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Isoko is a senior brother, and we have been working together. We're very close. When he was at Social Security and Cooperative Bank, we worked closely. And I knew the latter days when he wanted to exit. We had a chat, and he went his way, parted ways with Cooperative Bank. And unfortunately, soon after his departure, Cooperative Bank also went under. But today we are here to celebrate success. We are here to celebrate service excellence and, of course, entrepreneurship. Therefore, I'm really honored by this invitation to participate in the anniversary launch and media soiree of NDK Financial Services on the occasion of the institution's Silver Jubilee celebration. On behalf of the management of the Bank of Ghana, I wish to congratulate shareholders, the board, the CEO, management, and staff of the company on this momentous occasion of the 25th anniversary celebration, and to commend you for years of hard work and perseverance. 25 years in the life of any organization or institution is a significant milestone, and I'm particularly delighted to join you to celebrate the achievements of NDK Financial Services. Indeed, you have worked in an environment that had, gone through a number of turbulent, situations, but you managed to weather the storm. So I'd like to just apprise you of the current environment that we find ourselves, which NDK Financial Services was able to brace the storms that characterize the economy of Ghana. Today, we can say that we are experiencing some level of stability. And this level of stability is underpinned by the exchange rate stability and, of course, a sustained and continuing fiscal consolidation as a result of the IMF program that government has signed on to. Now, the update on the economic and monetary development of this economy is indeed now very impressive. Recent reading of the CPI inflation showed headline inflation has declined to 18.5% in February from 19.0% in January 2016. The decline in CPI inflation was underpinned significantly by the non-food inflation, which is as a result of the stability that we are experiencing in the exchange rate market. Core inflation, that is CPI inflation, excluding energy and utility prices, also trended downwards, pointing to easing underlying inflationary pressures. Now, the drop in headline and core inflation is indeed encouraging, but the current levels remain significantly above the medium-term target that the central bank has set ourselves, that is 8% plus or minus 2. Our forecast is that by the second half of 2017, the inflation numbers are likely to decline towards the medium target of 8% plus or minus 2. Now, the decline is expected to be aided by the continuing fiscal consolidation, as I alluded to earlier, and the tight monetary policy stance, and of course, the favorable development in the current account and exchange rate. In fact, we had a twin deficit, that is a budget deficit, and a double-digit as well as current account also in the double digit. And when you have such a situation, it normally has implication for exchange rate development. And that is why for a very long time we've had volatility in the exchange rate market. But underpinned by the fiscal consolidation and the tight monetary policy stance, we are seeing a gradual winding of this situation. Now, reflecting the tight fiscal and monetary policy stance and uncertainties in the global economy as a result of weakening growth prospects of the advanced and emerging markets, economic growth conditions in Ghana remain subdued. But this is not surprising, because when you have fiscal consolidation situation, you have a tight monetary policy stance. And of course, you also are experiencing a drop in the commodity prices on the international market. The result is that you're likely to have your growth reduce. But it is expected that once you attain reasonable stability, then growth would start to emerge. It's therefore anticipated that a turnaround in the energy situation, the additional oil and gas production, and improvements in the macroeconomic environment would boost growth later in the years to come. While the tight monetary policy stance and the fiscal stance bodes well for the inflation outlook, upside risk to inflation exists. So what I'm saying is that despite all these favorable development, we still have some risks that confront us as far as the risk to inflation is concerned. And this include uncertainties regarding the second round effects of the upward adjustment of utility tariffs, as well as petroleum prices and the tight external financing conditions. As you are aware, government has committed itself to automatic price adjustment. When this happens, we feel the pinch as far as the pump prices, export prices are concerned. We also feel the pinch on transportation, and all these feed into inflation. So inflation is no more coming from the demand side, which is excess government expenditure. It's right coming from the supply side. And that is something that we have to manage. Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, the monetary and macroeconomic background provide the context that NDK and other organizations are currently operating in. As we've been told, we have heard eloquently, recounted by the founder and of course the other presenters as to the beginning of NDK Financial Services. As my bishop says, we should not despise small beginnings. Yes, his beginning was small, but today he's a giant in the financial services industry, and we need to give him a big hand. As we were told already, they started in 1991, and the vision of NDK is to be a globally recognized financial services provider, and its mission is to provide tailored lending and investment solutions to its clientele, with a view to creating stakeholder satisfaction. Now, the institution's core values are integrity, innovation, customer focus, professionalism, and teamwork. And as integrity is concerned, I think I can say that he is integrity personified. I am happy to note that in line with its vision, mission, and core values, NDK has, over the past 25 years of its existence, provided attractive and reliable financial services to its clientele and contributed to improvements in financial intermediation and the development of the economy as a whole. So we thank you for working together with the central bank to promote development in the country. The company's growth, as we've been told, They started with 2 members of staff and now have a membership of staff strength of 90. Its asset size also grew from a modest beginning and now is over 500 million, as he has told us, as of the end of December 2015. And NDK accounts for 26.4% of the total assets of the finance houses in Ghana, making it the leader by far in the finance houses subsector. Ayoko, in addition to its core financial services, NDK is mindful of its corporate social responsibility in the country and has contributed its quota in the areas of education and sports, as we've all listened eloquently to, particularly hockey, demonstrating NDK's belief in the total development of the Ghanaian populace. These and many more are part of NDK's success story over the past 25 years. Ladies and gentlemen, while we commend NDK for its good success over the past 25 years, we advise the institution not to rest on its oars. The financial sector, made up of the banks, non-bank financial institutions, that is, the finance houses, savings and loan companies, leasing companies, and mortgage companies, as he has alluded to it earlier, they continue to expand. The total assets of the sector amounted to 74.1 billion as of February 2016, up from 62.1 billion a year ago. Of the total, NBF non-bank financial institutions, they accounted for 10.1%, while the banking sector dominated with 84.6% of the assets of the financial sector. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ghanaian financial landscape has not only grown satisfactorily over the years, but also become competitive. That is, in terms of infrastructure requirements, IT infrastructure, as well as the marketing. Furthermore, financial institutions' clientele have become increasingly sophisticated and more descending. Thus, if ever there was a time to be more diligent and innovative, it is now. That is my advice to NDK Financial Services. As such, we advise the board and management as of all finance houses to strengthen their corporate governance, their systems and controls, and to commit to continual development of their staff. Ladies and gentlemen, all finance houses need to revisit the issue of the cost of funds and lending rates. Traditionally, finance houses were licensed to provide financial solutions to the lower end of the market and were required to fund their operations substantially from their equity capital. However, increasingly, they are borrowing from banks and taking placement from individuals and institutions which are expensive from all accounts. They, in turn, they lend at worryingly high rates, which contribute to the incidence of high non-performing loans confronting the sector and the central bank, as you may all know. I'm happy to note, though, Mr. Chairman, that NDK's paid-up capital of 18.3 million as at end of February implies that it has met the prudential requirement of 15 million for new entrants. So I commend you for being able to meet our minimum capital, and it's expected that your lending largely will be coming from your own capital, which is at a lower cost than what you would obtain from the market. In the area of regulatory framework, the Bank of Ghana is also revising the existing Banking Act, and soon the new banks and SDI bill will be passed into law to address the identified gaps in the existing act. The Deposit Protection Bill is also about to be passed by Parliament to provide protection for small savers. Indeed, the two laws are being taken together. We've been to face the Finance Committee of Parliament. We're taking them through all these laws. I think it's gone through first reading, second reading. So hopefully when they come back, these laws will be passed. And we'll have a better framework for dealing with these companies that are going down. The Bank of Ghana will also issue a number of guidelines and directives, including areas of risk management, corporate governance, outsourcing, mergers and acquisition, to align with the upcoming acts and give direction to the industry, as well as further strengthening the supervisory framework of the central bank. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to once again congratulate NDK Financial Services and wish the board, management, and staff of NDK every success as they strive to make further strides in Ghana's financial sector and to enhance customer satisfaction. Once again, I say ayeko to NDK Financial Services for your 25th anniversary celebration. Thank you.